everyone, hello YouTube, this is Felipe, Gato de Salto, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to watch the parades. So yes, the first time I went to Rio and I brought people along with me, I was like, okay, how do I watch the parade? Because I want to watch. I know I need to get a ticket. And then I started looking into it and I noticed that there are different types and grandstands. There are 13 of them. And I was like, which one am I going to get? I don't know. I need more information. So basically the first thing you want to do is to decide on which day you want to watch the parades. If you are a Samba freak like me, you probably want to watch all of the days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Now Friday and Saturday is when the A-Liga parades. Sunday and Monday is when the Special Liga parades, so with the big schools, Mangueira, Salgueiro, Beija-Flor. And let's not forget, 1 week after the Carnival is over, so on the Saturday after Carnival is over, there's also the Champions Parade, where, you know, the 6 best schools of that year are placed and get to parade again. The second thing you need to decide is how much you want to spend. There are different categories, and I'm gonna go through them with you right now. So the most affordable category are the grandstands. The grandstands are basically grandstands made of concrete. They're open air, so not covered, and usually the seats are not assigned. So basically you get the ticket, you climb up the stairs, and you find yourself in this huge area and you look down at the parade, at people parading down there on the road within the Sambadrome. So that's actually a great thing, great spot. You can see everything from up there. It's beautiful when you see those amazing huge floats coming your way and you're basically eye to eye with whoever is up there. It's really, really nice. But the grandstands go from 1 to 13, and there are slightly differences that I would like to share with you. The grandstand 1 and 2, they are at the very beginning of the Sambadrome. That's when the Samba school is turning into the Sambadrome, and they're still warming up, they're still preparing. So I wouldn't say that the parade really started there. And you just see one float at a time because they are coming and turning into the Sambadrome. Does that make sense? But it's a great spot if you want to see how energetic and excited people are. The bateria warms up right in front of you. Dancers give their best because they just got into the Avenida, and we passistas, what we do, it's a tradition, we basically go down, touch the floor with our right hands and do the symbol of the cross, you know, asking for a good parade, for a good time, for fun, and for the school to have good points, you know. So sector number 1 and 2 are great fun. They are slightly cheaper, but they are also at the very beginning, so they are not my favorites. Now, basically, from 1 and 2 up to 12 and 13, all of the sectors are basically the same. You know, there are some sectors that are closer to this bateria spots and stops, because the bateria stops in 2 different spots along the way. So they are maybe better because you get a better acoustics, you know, especially if you're standing across that. And also they can be slightly more expensive as well. Now, I would like to point that there's 2 sectors that are rather different from all of the other ones. Sector 8, so that's the grandstand 8 and 9. Grandstands 8 are my favorite. Basically, when you look to the beginning of the Sambadrome, you see the entire school already lined because, you know, they're coming and you see all of the floats. That's a beautiful image. But the nicest thing about Sector 8 is that right beneath it are the judges. So you know that everyone will perform extra hard right there. And I mean everyone. The first ones to arrive are the opening commission, the group of professional dancers that have prepared and rehearsed a routine for months, and you will get the show of your life when you're standing there because they will perform to the judges and you're standing above the judges. It's perfect. Same thing with Mestre Sala, Porta-Bandeira, Bateria, they'll play their breaks. The passistas will dance extra hard, you know, sing along, give extra power because the judges are there, so it's a great place to be. Sector number 9 is also very good. It's exactly opposite to sector number 8. So you will get all of those people with their backs to you, or at least, you know, part of it, which is possibly not the best, but sector number 9 is called the touristic sector, and the touristic sector are with assigned seats. So if you prefer to have things organized, have your space, Sector 9 is the one for you. It's also a little more expensive, just like Sector 8, but you get an assigned seat. So you don't have to worry about getting there earlier and saving a spot for you and your friends. You already have the spot assigned and reserved for you, just like in a theatre. And then there's Sector 12 and 13. They are the popular sectors. They are further down the Sambadrome, and they're also further back. For that reason, they're also a lot cheaper. And I heard that they are great fun because that's more affordable also for the community. So people actually go there and have fun. But you are relatively far from the parade. It's not like you can see much. From Sector 8 and 9 and all of the other sectors, you actually have a pretty good view. So good that if you have a good camera with a zoom, you can actually identify your friends and the people who are parading there and get great shots, great videos of them. Another thing is you can also purchase food and drinks everywhere. There will be sellers going around in the grandstands everywhere trying to sell you something to drink, food, whatever. Now, if you are willing to spend a little bit more, you might have a look into the freezer. The freezers, they are sort of small VIP boxes that are right next to the road, to the stage of the parade. There are freezers A, B, and C. A right next to the road, B in the middle, and C all the way back below the judges or below the grandstands. Still very close. Now, they are expensive. They usually cost, I think, between about 2,500 euros or $2,800, I don't know, it depends on what connections you've got, but it's for more people. It's for like, I don't know, 6 or 9 people, maybe 10, I'm not so sure, but anyway, it's for a small group. So if you're a small group and you want to get a freezer, that's probably a good idea because you pay a lot, but then you share as well, and you're right there. On the other hand, there's not a lot of infrastructure. They are seats, they're plastic seats attached to a metal frame, and that's it. It's also open air. There are no curtains or walls separating the freezers. There isn't anything. Now, the most comfortable alternative to all of this, and if you're willing to invest, is probably the VIP areas or camarotes. There are camarotes of different ways. There are the Samba schools for those who need invitations, but there are the ones that you can actually pay your ticket and go in. Now, these places are actually amazing. I like them. I've been there before and I go there every time. Not for all of the days, clearly, but they are great because they offer a roll of services. They have open bar, they have open buffet, They have a cloakroom, so if you're parading, that's very, very convenient because you can leave your bags and belongings and clothes in there. They have sometimes makeup artists, hairstylists, massage, DJs. They have an inside area, an outside area, sometimes even with great Brazilian celebrities performing. It's more like a nightclub, and when you walk out to the terrace of the nightclub, you have the parades of the samba schools going on. It's very extra, people, and it costs a lot as well. Now, if we're talking about Friday or Saturday when the A-Liga is parading, is not that bad. It's probably about 200 euros per person, but when the special group is parading, it goes high up. Now, concerning the people, it's very different. Now, the VIP area, probably because people can afford, they tend to be a little, stuck up. But you have a great opportunity because you can watch the parade from above and from right next to where the costumes and the dancers are passing, so it's a great place to be. The grandstands, you have the great view from up there. People are usually nicer, but not always. I have had drama every year, basically, because people, either they get there early and spread their things all over and it's like, I'm saving for my friend, or they just try to put a fingernail and then an arm and then push themselves into whatever, if you're standing at the fence looking down to get their spot, or it's always, sometimes it can be quite unpleasant. But people tend to be nice and at the grandstands and tend to enjoy the atmosphere very much, especially when their favorite schools are coming through, And sometimes they even, someone starts distributing flags of the school so everyone can wave the flags around and cheer. It's great fun. But if you want to be in the grandstands and you don't want to have any issues with anyone, maybe it is advisable for you to arrive early to try to save a good spot for you and your friends. Further up on the grandstands, it's never a problem to get a seat. But if you want to stand as close to the bottom of the grandstand as possible because you're closer to the parade and you want to stand there at that little white fence, things can get a little dirty there. So that's it. I hope I gave you a good insight of the different types of tickets and how to watch the parade, where to watch them from. And so now you can make your choice with a clearer mind, knowing your options. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked, please leave a thumbs up. That helps me. And even more, subscribe so you know there's another video on the way out for you. And leave me comments. And thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.